Welcome on my channel. If you are here for the first time, I'm an electrical officer working on the commercial fleet. That means bulk carriers, chemical tankers, product tankers, containers sometimes, like this time, and ships like that. On this channel I will show you the seaman life, with the good things and the bad things as well. I am not trying to hide anything. I am an electrical officer and I will show you the job that I'm doing. Also I will have interviews with the guys on board, and maybe sometimes we can go for a little bit of shore leave. If you are interested about the seaman life and maybe you are a cadet, you will come on board anytime soon, I suggest you hit that subscribe button. It's absolutely free, and if you enjoy the next clip, maybe you want to hit that like button as well. It's free, doesn't cost you money or anything like that. Thank you very much for your time. I hope you will enjoy the video. Every 2 weeks I will post on this channel one vlog, new vlog in English. Every 2 weeks a new vlog. So maybe you want to subscribe to the channel if you are interested about the seaman life. Thank you very much for your attention, and I hope you will enjoy the following clip. Have a wonderful day and a good view. See you around. Woo! I want to talk about the nitrogen system today, because at the moment I'm working on a chemical tanker, and all the chemical tankers and product tankers have either nitrogen system or IG system. Any of them is fine. On this chemical tanker we have a nitrogen system, N2 for short. Before we arrived here, now we are loading kerosene. This is the cargo that we are loading now. Before we arrived here, we had to do a proper tank cleaning, and after the tank cleaning we had to do a blanketing with N2, with the nitrogen. That is the procedure to have everything in good order. The purpose of the nitrogen is to reduce the oxygen content in the cargo tanks, because being a chemical tanker, sometimes we are loading dangerous cargo, like we are doing now. We are loading kerosene. This is the special fuel that jet planes are using it, and it's very volatile cargo. So before loading you have to inert the tanks, and after loading you have to inert again the tanks to reduce the oxygen content in the tank, because this is a very volatile cargo. And even you are not allowed even with the cell phones on deck, never mind a cigarette and a lighter or anything like that. Even a cell phone is not allowed on deck near dangerous cargo. Actually on chemical tankers, cell phone is not allowed on deck anytime, even on the bridge is not allowed. So it's a quick advice for you if you are a cadet and you will be joining the vessel anytime soon, or you are just curious. These are the rules over here. So this nitrogen system is very important for this type of vessel. And before we arrived here we already blanketed the tanks, the cargo tanks. This particular system here, the nitrogen system, it has two lines. One is for 95% nitrogen and another one is for 99.9% nitrogen. This one, the second one, I only used for inspection purposes. I have never used it on cargo, but I suppose if you have very dangerous cargos, you are supposed to use that, the 99.9% nitrogen. Anytime I was on board, and also for calibration or whenever we are starting it on a weekly basis, I'm using it on the 95%, and you will see that the percentage there is below 5%, because you are using 95% nitrogen, so the difference of 5% must be oxygen. And you will see on the recording that it was 4 point something 3.8, between 3.8 and 4.5. That is just fine. It depends on the pressure that you are using on the tanks, because if they open more tanks, the pressure will go down and the oxygen content will increase. So you have to speak with the deck guys to make the proper arrangements, not to open too many tanks and then you fuck the system. We had to teach them a little bit to have patience. Of course, everybody wants to finish in 10 minutes, but you cannot open all 14 tanks and expect to have a proper nitrogen blanketing. It's not possible. It is not calibrated to do nitrogen blanketing on all 14 tanks which are here. It's not possible. But the deck guys do not always have patience. Never mind, we teach them, we tell them what to do, and after they are understanding, because we are a team here and we have to work together. So this is the purpose of the nitrogen system. Every week, according to the manual that is from the maker, you have to start this nitrogen system. Even if it's not in use, you have to start it every week for 2 or 3 hours. Because it has some special filters, particular filters, that has to be in use on a weekly basis, because the system itself is doing some calibration and it has to use these filters. Otherwise, if you are not using it for many months, when you will start it for the first time, the filters will they will disintegrate it completely. And this is what it is. If some of the guys that are watching here have never been on board a chemical tanker, this is an advice to you, that you will see nitrogen systems on most chemical tankers. The inerting system will be on product tankers. So whenever you are coming, from my point of view, the nitrogen system, it's easier to use. Yeah, it has a lot of sensors, because it has to detect the pressure in the tank, the pressure on the line, the oxygen in the analyzer, the oxygen in the N2 room, and another pressure switches all over the place. But once you get the handle of this on one vessel, you will not have any issue on the other vessels, because they are all the same. Once you learn and you get the hang of it on one vessel, whenever you go and you see a nitrogen system, you will know exactly what to do. So the first time when you are coming, you have to check the manual a little bit, and then you will have no problem. Sometimes the oxygen analyzer fucks up, sometimes there is some pressure switch that is not doing the proper job, but you will learn, like everything in life, you know. For the first time, everything in life is difficult, even tying your own shoes. But once you learn it, you will not have any issue. I have been working on chemical tankers for many years, so this type of system is not an issue for me. I have worked also on product tankers, so I have experience with IG systems as well, and I do not like the IG systems, especially those valves always getting stuck. You have to use a spanner, a hammer, or whatever. Jesus, this here is more refined. The nitrogen system is more refined, more tuned, better settings, and I have never used force to open some valve or whatever. So I like this better, the nitrogen system, but I suppose it's a personal choice, depends on your experience.
But like anything in life, once you do it yourself, you will understand it much better. The only purpose of my channel, when I am talking about a system like this or any other video that I'm doing on this channel, is only to give you an overview of the systems that I am dealing with as an electrical officer on board. Maybe you have nothing to do with this line of work. That is why I am using less technical terms. I want to be entertaining for everybody, but most of all, the purpose of this channel is for people that are aspiring seafarers. Maybe you are a cadet, maybe you are in the university now, and you will come on board in a few days or a few years, and I want you to have an idea what to expect on board, because when I started doing this job back in 2009, there was no such YouTube channel to show me what to expect. I just want to know what to expect when I'm coming on board. I was just a young buck, 24 years old, something like that, and whenever somebody told me about seafarers, I think I was imagining Pirates of the Caribbean or something like that. I had no clue what to expect, and that is the purpose of my channel, to give you an overview of things that are supposed to be on board, and especially if you are coming as a technical officer, you have to have a clue about all the systems that are on board a vessel. If it's either a chemical tanker, a product tanker, a bulk carrier, whatever type of vessel, I just want to give you an overview and to know a little bit the things that you are supposed to do when you are coming on board. I hope it was useful to you, and I hope to see you next time on my channel to give you another cool video.